It's not for everyone. But if you're in a race, and moving a little bit faster can make a difference, then yes, your 20s, when you have no wife and no children, that's the time to do it.
That's the time to be a little maniac about certain things, right? You also just mentioned that you love learning, which obviously the world knows. But during this conversation also, you just talked about it like a little bit again. What are you currently learning? Or what do you want to learn now?
Well, there's a lot going on. AI, just staying on top of that is, I very much enjoy that. And I get to sit and talk with the top people at OpenAI, and I get to play around with things. But then when you think, okay, now what about AI applied to mental health care? Isn't that one of the most exciting things? Yeah. Because, we can never have enough therapists, and even people who aren't, suffering massively, maybe we could help even people with mild symptoms. So, what does this AI companion look like? And, how can that help us? My friend Reid Hoffman just wrote a book called Super Agency that he's got a really good chapter about this. So I'm pushing myself to try and understand what can we do there and meet the people who are, pushing the boundaries, because I see such potential.
So what would you advise young people to start learning today, and from where? AI itself?
Well, if you have a mathematical mind, not everyone should learn AI. Okay. These tools are going to be available to everyone. And so you ought to be a user of AI. But the underlying stuff, that's a pretty narrow set of people who will have an opportunity to, push on a new training method. And even people who grew up with software, some of them don't really get this because it's a bit more mathematical than it is just a programming type thing. So it's as a user that, okay, if you like doing creative work, yes,